This 2-minute chart created a flush down, false breakout, and then incredible move to the upside. And this pattern repeats again and again and again. Squeezing up, squeezing up, squeezing up, and then it breaks out. Now, because it breaks out, guess what? Now we should be getting some big follow through, right? If we don't get the follow through, what does that actually mean to the market? That once this thing starts to break out, this thing is going to start to really take some serious price action, and it could be start of an incredible move. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. So let me get straight into what's happening with gold right now. There's actually an incredible and a powerful pattern that's happening right now. Check this out. This pattern right here is something that's truly powerful. See this pattern that we're looking at right now? This is actually the gold 2-minute chart from actually last week, and I'm taking a screenshot of it. It was a 2-minute chart. Now, one thing that's really important to understand is that this 2-minute chart created a flush down, false breakout, and then incredible move to the upside. And this pattern repeats again and again and again. And so what we're looking at here is we can see here that I've noticed so many times when it comes to these triangle patterns of what we're looking at here is that we create the fake out first, and then it creates like a bit of a slingshot type of move. Now, this doesn't always happen, but traders, okay, traders, no matter what market you're looking at, okay, all these charts operate the same way, okay, because a chart is a chart is a chart. So even if we're looking at, say, a gold chart, right, or even if we're looking at, say, a futures chart or a forex chart, it doesn't matter, right? If you're looking at a 2-minute chart or a 5-minute chart or a 15-minute chart or a daily chart, they all create the same sort of patterns, right? They create, and we all know this. So that's why the better you can be, the better you can read the chart, right? The better trader you'll be. That's the reason why I'm giving away that free trading course. That first thing in the description there, guys. Go get access to that free trading course, and you can see it on the screen there right now as well too. Because I got probably about 2 hours worth of content teaching you about chart reading strategies. But anyway, back to the topic on hand. So I'm always watching to see what this pattern does, okay? Because this is a descending triangle pattern, but you always got to watch what it does. We never want to preempt, okay? Because as you probably guys would know, that whenever you try to preempt something, or when you think something's going to happen without backing it up with what's actually happening with the markets, let us listen to the markets. Now, what does listen to the markets mean? That means this, okay? If we're looking at this particular pattern right here, okay? This particular pattern here, what do we have? We have a descending triangle pattern. Here we go, John. Here we go. Okay. And then it breaks down. Okay, so that's step number 1 when it comes to this here. Now, I'm gonna revert this back to what's happening with gold right now. Okay, but this actually happened on the shorter time frame charts. I'm pretty sure on the 2-minute chart just late last week, right? So back to what we're saying here. So what we're saying here, okay, step number 1. So what I'm thinking at this time is I'm thinking it just broke out. Is this going to be a breakdown, or B, is it going to be some sort of false breakout? Now, the market will tell us what's happening here. And the reason why this is important, because it's going to give you an idea of what's going on. So if you are short, you know when not to be short. Okay, but then also B, it could also create a bit of a trading opportunity for you. So scenario number 1 is that we look at this here, right? We have a bit of a breakdown out of this triangle pattern, right? So we see, okay, cool. Now we're actually seeing this. What's going to happen here? Because if we do continue down, guess what? The breakout was real, and then we go down. But if you get on, if the market breaks down from here, right, and you go short, because guess what? It's the descending triangle pattern. It's the textbooks of what they tell you to tell. It's all the textbooks, right? Textbook, right? Again, guys, this is the old textbooks, right? The old textbooks and the old things. I've been trading the markets for 19 years, all right? That's the reason why with my private coaching, second link in the description, you can apply for that. I'm always teaching you about what's relevant today, what's working today, because I'm a trader first and foremost. I trade these markets every single day. I'm a trader first and foremost. So I'm always on top of these patterns. And I've noticed a lot of these patterns, these descending triangle patterns, are actually more bullish for the markets overall. Not all the time, but a lot of the times, just like this scenario here. So do we do that, or do we just go sideways? Because if we just go sideways like this after breaking out, that's giving us a warning sign that this could be some sort of a fake out, all right? Because remember, a breakout to the downside should be strong, right? And if it's strong, we should get some real big follow through because we've been squeezing up, and then it breaks out. Now, because it breaks out, guess what? Now we should be getting some big follow through, right? If we don't get the follow through, what does that actually mean to the market? Oh, maybe this is actually something different, right? Listen to the market. Listen to the market just simply means watching what the market is telling us from the actual bars perspective, right? Not just one bar. Like there's a pin bar there, right? There's a pin bar. So it's an overall flow of the markets, okay? So we could sit there. So then as the bars start to go sideways through here, especially if you're short through here, you'll be saying, oh man, this is actually not looking too good now, right? Because it's just going sideways. Now you never want to preempt because what can happen sometimes is that the market goes sideways. It's just building a bit of base before we get a bar like that, and then it starts to move, right? So that does happen sometimes. But then as soon as we started to get this bar here, what does that mean? If you're short and you get that type of bar, what does that mean? That means what? That now means that this whole movement from here to here was what? One big false breakout, and then we got the large bar. Instead of being now, this is a fake out, a false breakout, and then a large bar. What does that large bar mean? The large bar means the big move that we're expecting from the squeezing up pattern here is actually the slingshot move back to the upside. Again, guys, this is a 2-minute trade that I did just late last week on gold, right? That's the reason why you can go check it out. I think it was late last week. Anyway, I'm doing this recording anyway for you, right? So as you can see, right, guys, this whole movement from here, a fake out and like a massive slingshot pattern to follow. Now, I'm always watching what these patterns are doing. The reason why this is relevant is because look what gold's doing right now on the daily, right? On the daily. This is gold on the daily. Isn't this incredible? Why is this incredible? Well, firstly, if I look at my weekly charts, the weekly charts are in a very strong upward trend. And if you watched my session yesterday, you'll know how powerful the trend is from the weekly chart perspective because it gives us the true big picture trend of what's happening. Weekly chart gives you like the forest from the trees, what's happening, right? Low, higher low. I'm actually expecting some sort of a higher low here soon out of gold. And if that's the case, we should start to see that. So that's the big weekly chart there, okay? That's the big weekly charts. Again, I don't go to the monthly charts. We can always go down to say 1 month. So this is a monthly bar here, right? And if I have a look at the monthly chart here, I don't really go to monthlies that much myself. I know some people do, but I don't think monthlies is actually useful for me as a trader because if I'm trading the markets, I'm in and out within a couple of days. Maybe in and out with a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks to a month, right? So I'm not really looking for that, but there are some incredible patterns that actually do happen on the monthly charts. But I'm more like the weekly charts myself because it gives you a good overall trend, and then I'm using my dailies and so on and so forth for entries. And yes, I do trade the intraday charts as well too. Once again, this here was the 2-minute chart of gold last week. In fact, actually, you know what? Let me show you that chart. Let me actually show you this here on the chart here. Right here, right? So this was it right here, right? This chart, the software is actually really bad, but there's that move there, right? This TC2000, Trading View is really bad, but anyway, that's the move right there, right? Again, the bars look really crap because it's gold, and I don't know why Trading View gives them really bad bars. That's what the actual bars look like here on the proper futures market. Anyway, onwards and upwards, right? So that's the bar there. So again, it's just the move. Now, what I'm seeing right now when it comes to that, the reason why that's exciting is because look what's happening here, right? The big picture says what? We're getting ready to go. But what actually happens here, right? So this is where we've got to be very, very like what is going on here, right? So this is where we actually have these sort of levels through here, right? Look at that there. Look at that through there, okay? So the big, massive triangle pattern. So now we're getting this level here. So the reason why this is so important to really keep an eye for, because what actually happened here? Because if we get scenario number one is what? We actually get the breakdown, it creates a false breakout, and then we start to get something like that. What does that mean? Fake out, slingshot move coming, right? Or scenario number two is that we actually don't even get that. We actually just get this move here, and then we get a breakout, and then we get a strong move from there, okay? Now we get a strong move from there. Now, generally what happens when that happens is that depending on what type of phase the stock is in, right? Because we're in a big bull market in gold, we'll probably get that, hit a bit of resistance up here, and then get a bit of a pullback, and then maybe go for another big run. And then once we break that level there, after that, that's when I see a $3,000 gold. If you click on my name on this YouTube video, and then you go over to the trailer video, you'll be able to see on the trailer video that I've actually got two things. One, S&P 500 by all-time new highs by the end of this year, and gold 3,000 target. I may not actually get the gold target, so we'll actually see. But that's the scenario, and that's the reason why I'm watching. You want to be watching gold really, really closely, because I believe that once this thing starts to break out, this thing is going to start to really take some serious price action, and it could be start of an incredible move.